God's people have always intended to be a blessing to those who are around them. When God called Abraham, this is what he said. He said, "I will surely bless you, and I will surely multiply your offspring as the stars of heaven and of the sands of the seashore. And your offspring shall possess the gate of his enemies, and in your offspring shall all the nations of the earth be blessed." That's Genesis 23, 17 through 18. And Jesus, he showed his love for us in action. And to practice the way of Jesus together means that we love others in clear and visible ways. We love those both inside our church community and outside of it. This is what it says in 1 John 3, verses 16 through 18, one of my personal favorite verses. It says this: "By this we know love, that he," being Jesus, "laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for our brothers. But if anyone has the world's goods and sees his brother in need and yet closes his heart against him, how does God's love abide in him? Little children, let us not love in word or talk, but in deed and in truth." So just think about this for a second. Remember a time when someone went out of their way to bless you. What was so significant about that? How did that make you feel? I remember about 10 years ago when I was a youth pastor at my church, there was a mix-up in my healthcare coverage. And I ended up owing way more out of pocket than I expected. And word got out at my church, and I'll never forget, I was blown away by how many people, unprompted, just sent a check or sent me some money to cover this overage that was unexpected. I was completely blown away by their tangible acts of love towards me. But there's actually so much joy in being on both sides of this. So here is our acts of love rhythm. It's this commitment that I, or we, will bless others this week by intentionally doing something loving for them. This is a great thing to brainstorm together with your family or your life group. Don't just only do this on your own. And here's a very simple way you can start. Pray each day that God would open your eyes for an opportunity to tangibly bless someone, both inside your church community and outside of it. And then here's another thing you can do. Keep a journal this week, or keep a continuing journal and write down how many opportunities you had when you really started looking for them. And also write down how many you were afraid to step into. Remember what 1 John 3, 16 through 18 says. "By this we know love, that he laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for our brothers. But if anyone has the world's goods and sees his brother in need, and yet closes his heart against him, how does God's love abide in him? Little children, let us not love in word or talk, but in deed and in truth. And let us be a community that loves others tangibly and practices the way of Jesus together in ways that can be seen and felt by those in our church and those in our community."